Okay, so we can begin with the end in mind. This is what this layout is going to end up looking like. I thought I would just share that with you so you knew where I was going, because I don't always end up where I start. So just wanted to give you a peek at the final page. You can find the final page at my blog, Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking, or at Jenny Bolin's blog. Okay, thanks. Hey scrapbookers, so let's start working on this camping themed page. I just tried to work on that very first page again and didn't get very far again. So I'm just going to switch gears, and having the little kit makes it really easy to do that. So let's switch gears and work on this one, and then we'll go from there. So I think I had something like that in mind. I've got a little pile of scraps here, and I really think that I'm going to be able to use like most of the scraps because I'm really trying to get as much mileage out of this kit as possible. But let's get started on this one. Let's not have my little hang up that I've got going on that first layout. So I think this went something like this. I really should keep track a little better, I think. This one in the middle, I'm just going to start adhering it down. I am going to put something on the back there so it's going to be easier to slide in and out of the page protector when we get to that point. Just lay down some glue stick and then put down the strips. Now if I had a sewing machine that was working, I would totally be using it, but I don't. I'm very frustrated about that. I need to order a new sewing machine. But meantime, I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might use some twine, maybe. But the nice thing about the sewing machine, if you've got one and you can use it, is that it actually helps you to adhere. So it works double duty, as it's cute and it's actually helping you to stick everything down. But that's, I think, gonna work. Okay. I once went to a scrapbooking class with, I think it was Donna Downey, and she, after we were like using glue sticks, and I don't go to that many scrapbooking classes, she was, I think, recently just down at Whimsidoodle though, which is my local scrapbook store. But she recommended sitting. Like sitting on something that you've adhered with a glue stick after you've done it, because the heat, I guess, of sitting on it helps to adhere. But I'm not going to sit, I don't think I'm going to be sitting on this, so sorry. And I think she made some kind of a funny joke, like use your, you know, assets. Ha ha ha. Okay, it's not that funny. Okay, so there we go. So I got the top and the bottom, and I'm just going to go find a piece of paper that is going to go in the back there. I'll be right back. Hello, so I'm back. And I just found a regular piece of notebook paper. I'm going to put it in this way. And so if I ever wanted to, I could just write something on the back there. I probably won't. But if I did want to make it like, oh, I'm so clever and cute, which I didn't initially, that wasn't what I was setting out to do. I'm just using some random Randy. It's not Randy. It's just washi tape. It does not have any particular feelings. Okay, I'm cracking myself up today over not even funny things. So there we go. And I just want this to be laid down so that it won't, so it's not going to catch on anything. But I probably won't end up really using that backside. But if I do, it's a nice place to jot down a bunch of things. Yeah. Okay, let's get going on this side of the page. So here is the little campers. Here are the little campers. And I think I had them laid out something like this, right? I don't really remember now. But I know that these are, I'm going to work in some layers, but I'm really, because I'm trying to get so many pages, I think it was 16, I want to just use as little as I can of these little bits. So let's put that down. Kind of see them. Okay, you know what I want to try, just because of this white on top of the black in this old-fashioned scrapbook, I was thinking that it might be fun to try that on this paper, just to take some white glue. Okay, so here's some white glue. And now I'm just playing, so I'm going to just put the page aside for just a second and probably shake this up a little bit first. And I really should have some paper towels or something handy, but I don't. But just to think, yeah, I've been thinking about this, that it might be fun to just go over the top so you're kind of getting this two-toned effect. Okay, that worked out a little different. I'm not exactly sure where I want this to go, but this just kind of gives you a different look. Just playing with that there. Just a little bit of some texture, and I don't know, just some different interest, right? And I got a little bit of it more in places than others. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with that yet. I'm also thinking though, is while I have the paint and the messy out, now might be a great time to actually add some spray mist or some, whoops, that doesn't fit on there at all, does it? Or some paint to this layout. So let's try that. And I'm thinking like in this downward diagonal kind of a way. Now what do I have for that? So I've got, and this didn't come in the kit, but I'm sure you have paint. If you're a scrapbooker, you've got some paint or something, right? Let's just try this right on the front of this box so I can just practice a little bit without making a huge mess. Okay, it's not bad. I don't mind that color. I don't think that's exactly the color I want though. Let's try another one. This one is Maya Mist, and it's a little bit metallic. Okay, that's totally different look, right? Not sure that's what I was going for. Then I have this other stuff called Glimmer Mist. I should have done this on a, that's more of the, nope, that's not it. I should have done this on some cardstock, right? So then I could have used it later. Let's try that. Okay, so I have this cardstock. Did not come in the kit, but I don't really think I'm going to use that side of it, so I can just use this side to kind of practice different techniques on. That's kind of what I'm have some of that going on this page. So I think what I'll do is I'll do a little spray here and here, just a little. That was more than I anticipated. And then do a little bit of this. I don't know what this is called. Some kind of splatter, right? But that's just going to give the page a little bit extra something to look at. It's not going to change the page that dramatically, but it will just give it a little bit of extra. Let's just do the other color as well. Let's do some of this too. It's just going to give us a little bit of extra something to look at. Fun, right? Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to go wash my hands. Hey Scrapbookers, so I'm back, and you could just let time pass, but I'm a little bit of a hurry, not a ton of a hurry, but I want to get those little misting dots, make sure that they're dry, because I've learned the hard way on another layout that if you smear them, they're not nearly as cute. So I'm just going to dry those with this heat gun, and that should just take a minute. Not too long. Let's see. Some of the dots look like they're still wet. And so I think I'm going to try a technique that I've seen done before. Oh, there we go. Where you kind of build up your layers and then put them on the page. Let me just get that out of the way. I'm going to unplug it. Okay. So rather than working on the page, I'm just going to put that sort of to the side. And then I'm going to start building up my layers right with these. So let's, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a piece of white cardstock. So I'm just going to add to this kit, like not a lot, just one piece of white cardstock, and I want to mount, even though this is mounted, I just want to, or you know, it was mounted in the scrapbook. So this picture that I'm working with is actually a picture of a picture that's in a scrapbook. Isn't that funny? It's kind of funny, right? Like my Nana's sister, Mabel, made her a scrapbook. Then I saw the scrapbook, and then I took a picture of the picture, and now I'm going to be putting that into my own scrapbook. Yeah. I think that's funny. It's sort of funny. Okay, so I'm just building that up just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little, so it's going to stand out against the background. And then, oops. And then what I'm going to do is this piece of white is approximately that size. So I'm just going to totally cover up this white, and that way I can use, because I'm kind of all about the scraps, and so I want to build up with layers all of these little scraps. Because I'm wanting to get as many pages as I can and make as, you know, I want to do as much as I can with this kit. Use every little bit and make as many pages as possible. So I'm really using up a lot of those scraps. So this is going to go probably about here. And that can cover, like the picture can kind of peek under that. And then what I was doing. I kind of had it something like this. So before I'm adhering it, I want to really remember, how did I have this set up? Because it's been a little while since I was working on these. So I thought I had it something like this. I don't remember for sure. So, but I think what I want to do is get some paper down underneath there. So I'm gonna not use all of this, but it'll go something about like this. And rather than using the glue stick, I'm going to use just some adhesive, because that way I can move it around if I want to. And what I'm really thinking now is, like, when I was putting these together before, I kind of wish that I just would have, this is really why I like to just adhere things as I go, because that's when I really feel like the most on, you know, the most inspired and ready to go. And then when I try to do it later, I kind of do lose a little something. So this is I'm just gonna cut that in half, and then the sticker will kind of go, I want it to kind of go up above. Ta-da. Something like this. And then I can make that even longer, but something else might go underneath there. This. Remember from the other layout? That works. And this is that little, I don't know if you've seen that video yet, but I kind of I've been having a little bit of a rough time with that first layout that I put together. So this was a little scrap from that layout. And then this is going to cover up this part of it. Let's have this going off this kind of block a little bit too. We're just building this up. And then the photo is going to get tucked kind of in there. So I don't really consider myself to be like an expert layerer of things. Like, I have to kind of work at it. There are some folks who are so good at it. Like the scrapbooker that I really admire lately in terms of layering is Celeste Smith. She just seems to do such a nice job with it. And I just want to like kind of tuck this under, and I'm going to get really one shot at this. So let's use the ruler so that it's going to be straight. And I'm going to just pick these up, pray for the best. Okay. It's a little awkward looking. Oh, that might have been a bit of a mistake. But I do think it's, I don't know if it's straight. I don't think it's straight. Grr. Okay, let's pull this up. I think that I can get this back off the page. So when you do this little trick, you really want to make sure that you're getting it all the way in the right place. Okay, I'm really wrecking a portion of this, but it's okay because it's just paper and stickers, right? But also it's okay because there's going to be other things that get layered on top. So let's just do this part again, line it up, and then use this ruler to really make sure that we're doing well on both sides. I don't know if I am. I guess I am. Okay, so I'm going to put that down again, and then this goes over it. This. The picture's kind of getting tucked under there. I'm thinking that I do not like this. Yeah, I don't think that really works. So I think I'm not going to try to have that be tucking out, but how about this? What do I think about that? No. I just think I'm trying to elongate it a little bit too much, and it's making that little jar look weird. So let's not do that. Let's try that again. So this is another way to do it. Just kind of line it up like that. So now I'm just doing a little bit of layering, and what I've learned about layering is the less of a layer that you make. So these layers are kind of like the base, but then the little layers sticking up should be much smaller, right? We should have much less kind of going on. You know what else happened? I don't know if I have already told you about the Minecraft party in this part of the video, but in another section I started talking about it. But they, all of my double stick tape ran out of this room during all of the decorating for the Minecrafting. So this is going to give me another little challenge. All right, that's not quite working. There we go. I instantly don't like that, but it seems like it's stuck down, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I'm really thinking that if I would have nailed everything down originally, that would have made it so much easier. So, advice. That's my advice. When you initially have the thought, like, go with it. Don't wait. Just keep going. Yeah. What if we did something like this? That's not going to work there. But it might down here. Because I feel like it was cuter before. Like, I don't feel like I'm improving on what I had before. I feel like, oh, I was doing really, it was It was kind of much cuter before. Oh well, I'm messing it up now. Here we go. So that's why I do these things called half-baked pages, and I haven't really done them in a while, but what I mean by that is like I actually adhere everything down so when I'm putting the page together so that, and see this little bit of white, I'm just going to cut that off there behind that sticker. But that having this piece of white just gives me a little bit of a base to start working with all of these different textures. So I don't need to, like I can cut this part off too. I'm not sure if I'm going to yet. What I don't want to do too is I want to leave some of this kind of open. So I don't want to break, I don't want to make this corner feel too boxed in. So let me just cut this just flush, and that too. So I'm just cutting away a little bit of that back white. So now I've got kind of a cluster, and let's see how that looks on the page, and then we can even layer some more stuff up. Remember this, ta-da, and then this is going to go, oh, I like that. That's, it's, yeah, yay! That seems better to me. Let me get rid of some of this trash. I'm going to put you on pause so I can upload easier. Hold on. Okay, so here I am back. And yay, I think that looks pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do too is I will, in this process, I think I am going to do what I, like more of that half-baked kind of page arrangement. So I'm just going to put some adhesive here onto the page, and then onto this. So then now I'm not going to be making any changes about where this is, but as far as embellishments and titles and journaling, I think I am going to kind of leave that to the end. This is kind of like, sort of like power scrapbooking. So what I want to do is have the sides be approximately the same. And then do I want to move it up? I don't have that much of a choice, so that's fine. Sometimes taking your choices away from yourself in scrapbooking is good, because then you can't keep changing your mind, which is something that I kind of tend to do. Okay. And this isn't like a, how did I think I was going to do over here? I'm trying to remember. I sort of like the idea of that. Just looking at. I'm just going to cut this down just a little bit. And then sorry, I don't always like talk consistently when I'm making these, especially when I don't know where I'm going. And I really make these videos so that I don't know where I'm going. I really like to make them up as I go. So I've got 3 stickers, and we're the very best. And I'm going to say I was going to cover this up with something else, and now I don't remember what that was. Maybe it was this. Maybe I was going to do something like, I really don't remember. Okay, if I did that, maybe this would be like cuteness, cuteness. Was there one more cuteness? No. I could see that going up here though. And then okay, I can see some like layering up of this kind of a thing, and I'm not decided on that, but I'm getting closer over here to deciding that I think I want to do something about like this, but maybe not with that big. What do you think about this one? Not. Okay, I like that these have circles, and I kind of think it might be cute to do. I just want to straighten this out, and then I think I might use that. Something like this. I really did, I don't know. I liked those arrows though. I thought that was pretty cute. Not that. And these I feel like don't point enough. Maybe if I just make them a little bit thinner. Yes, that's the ticket. So I'm trying to be kind of precise, but not super duper precise with this. It seems like I need to be a little more precise, so I'm going to just put that right over and then cut them together. Oh, our afternoon storm's blowing in. I can hear it coming. I live in Florida, and it is September, and that means afternoon storms all September long. We went to a science museum yesterday and got caught in the rainstorm on the way back from Tampa. It was pouring. Just pouring. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pause and just clear up a little bit of this mess. I want to keep the scraps, but not the tiny, tiny, itsy bitsy ones. Hold on. Okay, so then I started thinking it might be helpful to have a little bin where the scraps are going, the little tiny ones, and even the kind of bigger ones, just so they're not going completely everywhere, and I have a little just space to contain them. So I am keeping little scraps like this size, which you probably normally wouldn't keep something that small, but I'm trying to bang for my buck, or bang for your buck. I'm just trying to get as much fun out of this as I can. So I'm thinking too much, right? But maybe down here. Like this. I don't know. On the fence, on the fence. I think I am going to put it there. Just... Okay, so what else can I tell you? So my daughter went over to Universal Studios with her friend. So it's just my son and myself and my husband. He's working today, and I'm home with Mac. And Mac has had kind of a very social weekend, so this is his first time to take a breather from me. Do we want that? I think no. Let's say no to that. I don't know. What do you think? I think no. But maybe something a little more subtle, like something like this, going underneath that whole bit. Just, yeah. I'm going to cut this off so it's even. So I've been watching the Pioneer Woman. She's got a cooking show, and I watch it now when I am doing my elliptical stepper. Oops. And it's really pretty. I know that sounds crazy. So I'm watching a cooking show while I'm doing the elliptical stepper. Oh, see, I just smudged that, but maybe I can just cover it up. No. It's all right. Trying not to do that. What do we think? I'm just gonna call myself like the world's worst layer girl. The world's worst layerer. But maybe we can get a little bit of this down here. See how thick that. Yep, that's exactly the same. So let's do a little of that. And then this is going to make it look like this is a whole block. I think that's a little better. I felt like I kept searching for something down there. And I think we might go to Busch Gardens tomorrow. Maybe. We're thinking about it. We'll see. So it's my kids have off, and most of the other kids, the public schools don't have off. So it would be probably not a very busy day at Busch Gardens or at Universal Studios, which is where my daughter is with her friend. And her mom, who I trust. That was like, the first time we've let the kids go. See, now I'm smudging that. Not good. Now I've got to put something up there. Yeah, even though I did that heat gun thing, it seems like I smudged it up a little anyways. Grr. But I'm not going to worry about it. Alright. It's okay. I mean, I'm not going to worry about the smudging. And I'm not worried about my daughter either, because she's got a nice mom to hang out with over there. And with this particular mom, we've even started talking about, like, well, maybe we could start doing some, like joint trips. I think that could be fun. Do you want that under there? Okay. I feel like the glue stick was kind of a mistake under there. Let's see if I can cover up the smudge with this stuff. No. A little bit lower. You see that? I'm just giving myself fits, that's all. Okay, so I really do have this downward diagonal, and I was thinking of going with something up here, and I think that's going to take your eye too much away. So let's do something like this. No. I don't know. And then if this went up here, so I'm going to cut this off so much that the very best could be possibly used on something else, but this would just be like a little detail-y thing up here. Oh, that was maybe not what I wanted to do. Instantly regret that. Let's see if we can get it there. Okay, that's not so bad actually. That, because I have that little smudgy thing, which is unfortunate, but if I put this up here, it kind of covers it up, and then I still get the sticker. That's okay. But now I have like the 3 little areas of, I don't think I like that sticker there though. Well, I think I like it actually better than I thought I would. So I'm wondering, can I cover this up something like this, and then no. Don't do that. Okay. So I'm not sure where this is going to go. I'm just going to stick to this to the side of my little metal container here. This is like a little antique container, but it's not going to stick. It won't cause me any problems later. I don't think it will. Okay, I'm not super in love with that, but I do think I've got a solid enough base now that I can get to the next step of journaling, embellishing, and title. And I'm going to save that for later. So I'll be back to this. Oh, how could I forget? This little thing? Remember him? Remember this? Okay, not there. Oh, I can't believe I forgot this. No. No. I can't believe I forgot this little thing. I think that's where I was going to put this. Let's see if we can put it here. Okay, let's move it over a little. A lot. So I'm kind of doing this. Oh, I don't know, people. I don't know. What do we think? No. I'm the worst little video maker ever. I don't know. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm still fretting over this up here, which is now stuck down, and also, I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to put a little bit more, but I was thinking it would be fun, maybe, to get out the Copics and see if I could just change the way was. Like, I love the texture of this, but let's just see if we can change the color. Just, oh, I've got some more cuteness there, but just a little bit. So let's just do a little test. I should have gotten some scratch paper out, which I didn't. Oh well, we'll just use this. Oh, that's kind of nice. It doesn't go, if you do it kind of lightly, it doesn't do the whole thing. So let me try that. I think that could be fun, this side. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of pull it through kind of lightly. There we go. That's fun. So that's going to go right under there. Just a little subtle, extra little, a little extra layer. That's fun. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I was able to get this off, this part, but I'm just playing still. And I'm wondering if I could layer like this corrugated stuff over this sticker that I don't want the sentiment from the sticker. So imagine if that went something like this. And again, just playing, like not, I don't think that works. But it was worth a little try there, you know. Alright, never mind. I still kind of want to put this up here. I'm on the fence. I wish you could tell me what you thought. But because I'm on the fence, I'm going to put all this stuff kind of back in, and if I put these little apples, is that going to look completely out of place? Yep, they do. They don't work there. But the apples might be a cute little something somewhere. I'm not really sure where either. So those are going to go back in my little bin of I don't know. And then remember, I still have all of these, and I'm going to really put these are going to be probably like the last thing that I put onto all of the layouts, and I might do that all at once. But I think this page is, yeah, I'm going to call it done again. I know I said that before, but I'm calling it done again. So far I've got that one kind of all laid out, and then I've also got this one all laid out. And then these are ready for title and journaling and just a couple of extra embellishments. So 2 down. Let's keep going. Hi scrapbookers. So I wanted to show you some of the finished layouts, and I didn't film, I don't think, the whole, like, the embellishment part of these processes, or these pages, just because I had to get them in, and so I had to finish them. And at a certain point, I just ran out of time. So this is the finished page of the one I'm calling Ruby, and one of the things I did was I printed up on the computer just all the journaling, and these are for some of the other pages that I haven't finished. And then I just cut up the journaling and kind of put it in. I felt like I kind of had almost too much there, but it worked anyways. And I wrote on this journaling card here. This is probably my favorite page of the ones that I've finished so far. We actually workshopped this over at Get It Scrapped when Noelle Hyman was a guest. Actually, she wasn't. Actually, we didn't. I just shared it. I didn't workshop it. So I was just going to take a little shot for Instagram. And while I'm at it, I just got to show you this thing. I found, usually I don't hook up to like links that I see on Facebook, but I saw this link on Facebook and it's called Perfect 365 and I was like, oh, I'll just try it, and it's free. And so there it is. And so this is the after, and I put that on Instagram, like totally flawless skin, right? Or practically. You want to see the before? Because I'm like not flawless at all. So here's the camera roll. Oh, yeah. This is the before. I don't know if you can really see that, but you can see there are definitely wrinkles and like variations in skin color and everything else. And this is the after. I should put the before, right? That would be pretty brave. Should I do it? Oh yeah, why not? Okay. Let me just Instagram that. Let me just video while I Instagram. How about that? So I'm just gonna put that up on Instagram, and I'll just do like this no filters. So you see I'm doing no filters. Before the magical skin app. The before, it seems like before the magical skin app photo. Amazing, right? Okay, so now you can actually see them, I think, side by side, and it's on my Instagram. It is pretty amazing, actually. I'm amazed. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally amazed. Weirdness. That's just so crazy. I actually like, oh, it looks like we're such a hag. Anyways, sorry, I know this is about scrapbooking, but part of scrapbooking is taking pretty pictures, right? And I think a lot of times we don't like our own pictures. So if you're going to Photoshop yourself, try that app. It's called Perfect 365, and it looks like that purple icon there. Okay, so this is the Nana Ruby. My journaling says, I found this photo of my Nana Ruby in an old scrapbook album that her sister Mabel made for her, and I fell in love with this whole album as I could see how much love and time Mabel put into this birthday gift for Ruby. I also fell in love with seeing my Nana so young and happy. I'd never seen these photos before, and I really got to know about Nana Ruby's life before she was my Nana, as she really didn't talk about the good old days. But seeing these photos, I get a lot of joy out of knowing she did have happy good old days. And then on this little card it says, Ruby Elizabeth Grieve, Mount Allison Teacher School. Before Ruby got married and moved to Maine and had a family, she lived in New Brunswick, Harvey Station, with her parents and a dog and her 4 sisters, Olive, Mabel, Doris, and Ruby. And there might have been a 4th sister that I'm forgetting about. I can't remember if there were 4 or 5. I need to look. And she went to Mount Allison University, and it looks like she was so happy. So there's a little doodad, and let me just see if I can take a little photo for the Instagram. And the rest of my layouts, hopefully I will be able to I will be doing the process videos for, so just do a little sneaky sneak there. So I just took that picture, and then what I usually do to my pictures on Instagram is I go to this little wrench looking thing, and then like I used to use the filters until they came up with this wrench, and now I just brighten it up like a little bit, or whatever, and then I sharpen it. And that's about all I do to my pictures now. And then I'll just post, and I'll just put peek at some scrapbooking I did with the JBS Mercantile kits. JB kit for October. And I don't think they have my blog post up yet, so I'll have to, like, I have a whole bunch of videos coming. You'll see them. So there we go. Next to that horrible picture. That's pretty funny. Okay. Oh, and let me show you one other thing on Instagram. So I went for a walk on the beach yesterday because I had a stressful Wednesday. So this was Thursday's picture. And on this picture, this guy named Pratt MTV, who's an MTV personality, Are You the One Season 2, fitness enthusiast, party expert. He commented on like 4 of my pictures that I took with my iPhone at the beach on my walk yesterday. Isn't that kind of cool? Like, that's pretty cool. Check this out. So this one, and then this one, and look at this. This is this thing, like, I called it Spaceman, but it's called Jetlev, and like, you can do that on St. Pete Beach. It's just wild looking. There's a guy who goes, like, sort of near our house that does that, and there were tons of, like, jellyfish washed up on the beach. That's a jellyfish. And then the other thing I Instagrammed about, see, I thought this was going to be about scrapbooking, is this show, Finding Your Roots. I finally got to watch it today. It is so good. So if you like Who Do You Think You Are, that show, you're going to love this show. It's very similar, but instead of just doing one person at a time, they take like 3 people with similar stories and like merge them all together into one show. But it's amazing. And they present the person with a scrapbook. It's very, very, I was very excited. Stephen King was on the first episode that I saw, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. So anyways, that's my that's my Instagram share of the day. Okay, so that's the finished page called Ruby. Thank you for watching. You can find me at my blog, Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking, or you can find probably this page at the Jenny Bullen Mercantile Inspiration blog, I think. Okay, that's all for now. And I'm gonna show you the rest of these. Don't worry, there's lots.